Let's go. What's up, folks? We're here with another trailer reaction for a movie I had never ever heard of, but Rob hit me up with a message this morning about Gunpowder Milkshake. So I don't know if this is a particular flavor that's your favorite at the Jamba Juice or the Booster Juice or whatever you go to. But I'm surprised it wasn't on my radar because this movie. So to those of you joining us and not familiar with, I got Rob here from the 905. I got my brother Chris O here, and I'm John. We're here to talk about Gunpowder Milkshake, an American action thriller starring Karen Gillan and Lena Headey. So it's two big names, two actresses I follow.
It's Karen Gillan, not Kieran.
Kieran's
a boy's name. It's Karen.
I always thought it was Kieran.
No, it's not Kieran. It's specifically spelled Karen.
I know, but I thought for some reason she's pronounced it differently. All right, so
because she's Scottish. So you're.
Anyways, yeah, I do follow these two actresses, and there's a whole bunch of other
not
people
very well.
Yeah, apparently not. Apparently not enough to know her name. I know she is in so starring Nebula and whatever from Game of Thrones. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I'll call her Sarah Connor.
Queen Cersei.
Queen Cersei. It also has Angela Bassett attached to it and Michelle Yeoh, so it's got some heavy hitters in here.
And anybody else, John?
A bunch of people that I can't pronounce. So I'm gonna Paul Giamatti.
Okay.
I like that guy.
Karen's so hard to say.
Yeah, Karen. I didn't want to associate her with that name. But anyways, this looks like, to my understanding, some type of actioner. I don't want to give away too much, so I don't know if you guys want to dive into the trailer first. Chris, have you heard anything about this movie at all?
I had heard that she was working on it, like I guess kind of like maybe a passion project of hers. Like I know she's kind of like a bona fide action star nowadays. You know, like she was like the breakout star of those Jumanji movies, and then she was Nebula in Endgame. She had a huge part in Endgame, like surprisingly, and Guardians and things like that. So yeah, seems like she's shifting into more of an action type of roles and things like that.
Big fan of dance fighting in Jumanji. It's a very funny mechanic that they added to there. So Rob, you state that this is possibly in your top 5 of movies coming up this summer.
I think, and I'll be releasing a video on this later today. But these are there's 5 movies that I think are going to be flying under the radar this summer that I think people deserve to be able to know about, and this is definitely one of them. I think this is going to be one of these sleeper hits, and I think people may not be aware of it. So I'm glad we're doing the trailer reaction because I think people will be pleasantly surprised with what they see.
Okay, yeah. So let's dive into the trailer, and we'll talk a little bit about it after. We tried to get Sarah on with us, but I think something must have popped up. That's the trouble of trying to contact.
She's having a nap
during their work. No, she's working. People are legit working, so I'm trying to catch people on their breaks. So thank you.
She's sleeping.
I did. I have a feeling she never.
She's eating ice cream.
Except during late night movies. Anyways, let's watch this trailer, and maybe I'll run it back with her if people want to see her reaction to this trailer. So let's go add it to the stream. So let's Gunpowder Milkshake. I don't know what to expect, so let's rock and roll. Okay, it's like.
I need to exchange some books.
Come.
Scarlett's kid. How is your mother?
Haven't seen her in 15 years.
Mom!
Let's get you into a good book.
You'll need a Jane Austen.
A Virginia Woolf.
And an Agatha Christie. For reading.
Sam, your talents are needed. Somebody stole from us.
Who's crazy enough to steal from the firm?
Is it done?
There's a change of plan. They have an 8-year-old girl. I can't leave her to die.
Sam, you killed the wrong people. You're no longer under our protection.
Some bad men are coming to hurt us.
We have to go where it's safe. Hi, Mom.
Am I a grandmother?
God, no.
Girls, I think I see a ghost.
We need
I like
weapons.
that jacket.
Give the kill order.
I'm gonna do terrible things to you girls.
We're gonna bring the sky down on their heads.
I'm gonna make a little noise.
So, what's the plan? I called as an Uber.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
If I get out of this alive, I'm coming for you. You are an incredibly impressive young woman. There's not a single person on earth I'd rather kill people with. Thanks, Ma.
Are you a serial killer?
What?
You kill people.
Yes.
Run.
And you've killed more than one. That is serial.
It's more complicated than that.
All right, so that's kind of crazy. So it's kind of like a John Wickish world, but Kill Billish kind of style action. What let's go to Rob first, because he was the one who's like, this is on his top 5 or whatever. What did that trailer live up to what you're expecting of this movie? Because you know the most about this one.
No. So I think it's excuse me. I think it's gonna be inevitable. It's gonna get comparisons to John Wick, especially right now, because you and I and Chris are rewatching it for the Heroes World Sidekick Show. So it's inevitable. I see why people may want to tie that into the John Wick universe. But that being said, it's stylistic, it's actiony. Like, I'm a big Michelle Yeoh fan, so I love the slow mo. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Kingsman with the fight scene in the church, like the way it's done, with Angela Bassett smashing the guy's head on the coffee counter. So I'm all in for this. I'm very excited. The one thing that kind of makes me laugh, though, was that Lena Headey is back using her native British accent, and Karen Gillan, who is Scottish, is not using any accent whatsoever. So it always kind of makes me laugh. But I'm super down with this. To me, it looks just like a hell of a lot of fun. Like, it just looks like what you see is what you get. I think you're going to get your money's worth if you were to go to the theater to see this, and we can talk about the distribution afterwards. But yeah, I'm psyched. I'm quite excited for this.
Yeah. So I hate to always say like, oh, this is John Wick, but that type of world building is a concept that really became popular with John Wick. But it's not the first time that we've seen assassin guilds and that type of thing. So let's not just say John Wick owns all of that. But I'm just saying it does. It looks.
It evokes that type of a.
It has that kind of feeling, I guess, and that's the most recent thing that we're going to compare it to. So yeah, very stylized action. I love the jacket that Karen Gillan's wearing. And yeah, like you said, I did notice that Lena Headey was using her normal voice, I guess you would call it, or whatever.
Right.
I actually did. I dig it. I've always seen her in interviews and stuff like that, and you think she sounds cool. So that's interesting. Chris Ho, what do you think of this crazy action?
I actually wouldn't call it John Wickish at all. Like, John Wick is like a really dark, gritty, like revenge kind of thing. This didn't seem like that. This is like you said, highly stylized. What came to mind was Kingsman right away, and then what also came to mind kind of was like Baby Driver.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Really stylized. They're going for this really. Yeah. I don't know what to call it, like diner aesthetic, like the whole thing, like with the
even like maybe Charlie's Angels, like more slick action. Yeah, I was gonna say the action itself doesn't look anything like John Wick.
No,
I'm just saying that the concept of, I guess, they're assassins and there's some type of thing.
I would say that predates. Yeah, I would say that predates John Wick big time, and people saying that are kind of selling this short. I think it's more especially with a name like, what was it? What's the name of it? Gunpowder Milkshake. I thought it was popcorn. I thought popcorn was in there. But a name like that, you're not taking it seriously at all, and it looks like it's a lot of fun. Like and Karen Gillan does have the comedy chops too, so it's going to be. I think it looks fun, really fun.
Yeah. So far, I think we're all on board. It's going to come out in the United States July 14th on, I think, via Netflix. Maybe to movie theaters. We don't know what's happening in Canada. Fingers crossed that something does happen, and we'll be able to see this somehow, because I don't think our movie theaters are going to be open by then in where we're located. So that would be kind of unfortunate if we have to miss out on this.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because Netflix did sign the distribution rights for the US, so it will be dropping on the 14th, as John said. I think it's STX Cinemas or STX Productions has got the rights for Canada and the UK and maybe New Zealand. But what does that mean? Does that mean that we have to, because as John said, most of the theaters in this country are closed, will not be open by then. And at least in Ontario, they're not going to be open until mid-August. So does this mean our neighbors to the south will have access to this movie and we're going to have to wait another few months? Like, this is the type of stuff that literally makes my blood boil out of pure anger and rage. And I'm holding it in right now because it's supposed to be fun, but it's this type of stuff that I just despise. So hopefully somebody will take their heads out of their proverbial asses and we'll be able to take a look at this along with everybody else in North America on the 14th of July.
So we're what we call hopeful that
cautiously optimistic.
That everything's gonna iron out for us to be able to enjoy this along with everybody else stateside. So thank you everyone for joining us for this. Let us know in the comments what you think of this. Do you like Chris made an excellent point. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this is John Wickish, but I'm just saying that universe. But what do you think? Would you compare this most to? Is it Charlie's Angels? Is it Harley Quinn or does it feel like completely original to you? I don't know about that, but but what does it feel like? Are you going to go see this when it comes out? Are you looking forward to see Karen Gillan and Lena Headey team up and all these other kind of veterans pop up? I got to make sure I pronounce the name correctly
because we're going to call you out on it.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Rob's got brand new videos dropping Tuesdays and Thursdays on the 905. I'll link his channel in the description. Chris Ho is with us for all kinds of different content. And the Heroes World podcast, new episodes every Sunday and every Monday. We're live with the Sidekick Show at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're talking John Wick 3. That's why I got John Wick on the brain here. So maybe I'm unfairly comparing this to John Wick or not. Let me know in the comments. But if you want to talk with us live about the Keanu Reeves trilogy, his comeback, if you will, or whatever, definitely tune in and watch our back episodes as well. Thank you again for joining us on this one, folks. We'll see you on the next one. So, Gunpowder Milkshake.